Grand Rising, Elizabeth. This is Sister Mama Het coming to you live from the Ewald Circle Village Estates here in the Netter Movement Studio number 1, and Jackie from Joyzy, co-host for our Grand Rising Elizabeth show today. It is Wisdom Wednesday. Today is March 1st, Women's History Month. We're gonna say history.
I know.
So, cheers. I hope you all have your liquid, hot or cold, or room temperature. Ah. So today I have a guest plan, but she let me know that she was going to let me know this morning if she can come or not. So I'm going to continue on. Hopefully she will join us. I met her Saturday, and I think that she has health challenges, so that's why she wanted to wait until this morning. All right. Hmm. So I picked a card already so that I would be ready. Do I have the book? Yes, I have the book. And I just so happen to also pick a poem to read as well, and they are, of course, aligned. So I'm reading from the Louise Hay's You Can Heal Yourself book, and across from page 1, from chapter 1 and page 1, for what I believe is a poem that she wrote here. So I'm going to read that. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole and complete, and yet life is ever changing. There is no beginning and no end, only a constant cycling and recycling of substance and experiences. Life is never stuck or static or stale, for each moment is ever new and fresh. I am one with the very power that created me, and this power has given me the power to create my own circumstances. Sounds like Elizabeth, doesn't it? I rejoice in the knowledge that I have the power of my own mind to use in any way I choose. Every moment of life is a new beginning point as we move from the old. This movement, this moment is a new point of beginning for me right here, right now. All is well in my world. Thank you, Louise. Our next reading is going to come from the African Goddess Rising cards, the Oracle cards. And I picked number 16 today, and it is a Saseya. Okay, she's number 16. Asaseya is the goddess of joy from the Ashanti in Ghana. Her temple is the warrior's element is the bush. That's the earth, y'all. Ooh. Goddess Asaseya rules life and death as the joyful crone celebrated as Mama Earth. Her energy is loving, fertile, and nurturing, and her name is evoked at major life transitions. Asasaya's guidance is your happiness matters, joy is sacred. Your laughter waters the earth. Her embodiment is you deserve to be happy. It is safe for you to feel good. Allow yourself to feel joy with no limits. This is self-love. Your happiness doesn't need to look like anyone else's. If you can't imagine it, you won't be able to live it. Giggle therapy break. Close your eyes and see yourself joy-filled. Now laugh with your mouth and your eyes wide open. Okay, all right. I hope you all muted are doing the exercise. Now we are asking for you to release the feel good endorphins. The goddess declaration is I feel like me
I
when
feel
I'm happy.
when I'm happy.
When I'm
Yes.
happy.
When I'm happy.
All right, Elizabeth, it's time to show up and check in. Show up and check in. Show up and check in. All right. Let me know what your thoughts were this morning, or any thoughts you have on what was read or how you're feeling. Check it on in, please. And thank you. My coffee's cold.
Well, yesterday I was looking at the feel good videos of the gentlemen. I don't know where they are, but they're YouTubers and they got, millions of followers, and they go out and they do social experiments where they say, "Do you have $1 so I can get some water?" Or, so I can get, and then end up the person that gives it to him. I said, that's great. And then I started thinking about my ancestral home over there. I mean, my home over there. And I was thinking, I said, what was your dream? I woke up thinking about what I wanted it to look like when I was thinking about doing something. And I was thinking about geothermal heating, turning it into a 2-family flat, raising the roof so that that slant isn't in the upstairs, and making that a nice little apartment for someone. And I said, yeah, that would, and then I thought that would be really cool still. And then, along with the garden. And I just started thinking, I think I'll start another book, because I've got these little books and I have them all listed. This is my 5 things I'm grateful for. This is my Course in Miracles book. And so I said, I'm gonna start one that's saying, if God's will be, then this is what I see for the ancestral home. This is what I see for my backyard studio. So that's what I woke up thinking about. This is what I see for my health,
Yeah.
what's happening and stuff. So yeah, that's
So
what I
you're
woke up
seeing,
thinking.
you're seeing it happening. I
Yeah.
love that. It reminds me of the exercise. Now, granted, the mother book, my mother's book. I don't know. I mean, I will find it, but she's in hiding right now. But remember, our last exercise was to do the excavation and go back and look at our home. And I like that. From that, you've evolved and said, "This is what I want it to look like for the future." So that is
Mhm.
beautiful, Mom Evelyn. Thank you for sharing and putting that out into the ethers, because it's going down. Yes. Next.
Come on,
Where's my
somebody.
song? Where's
Where's
my song? I
everybody?
got my song. I don't know what my song is.
All right,
Come on and show up. All right, Miss Bridget.
good morning. Grand
Come on,
Rising.
precious
Grand
nights in the
Rising.
morning. Precious nights in the morning.
Well, I woke up this morning thinking exactly about what you just said. Thinking about where I go, and actually, let me relanguage that. Asking God where I go. Where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do with this? How do I do it? Because you know more than I do. I don't know. I know what I would like to do. Um, there's some additional classes coming up that I want to take, that take the whole decor and design and what I do to a whole nother level. So when I wake up in the morning, that is what's on my mind, is Precious Night events, the supper club, the decor and design business. How do I take this to another level, and just do what I love?
All right, Miss Bridget. Seeing the future. And it's
Yes.
working. It's a working future. I
It
like
is
that.
a working future. It is a creating future. It is a teaching future. It is all of it.
Evolution.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Miss Bridget. Come on
Thank
and
you.
show up. Come on and show up. Check in and show up. Who's next? Come on, y'all. Come on and show up.
Okay, I know I need to show my face. Happy
Hey,
day.
Jacqueline.
Can you believe I'm awake?
You got the sunshine in your in your room. The sunshine is in your room.
Hey. And the energy is in my body and got me up this morning. So I'm happy to be here. So what you shared what touched me was, dang, now I forgot.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You woke up.
About being me. When
Yes.
your joy shows you, that is what touched me this morning. But at the same time, we need to know us all the time, whether we're happy, sad, whatever. We need to know it's us, period.
Yes.
Because we go through ebbs and flows.
That's right. You better be a DNA strand. You better be a DNA strand is what you best
Yes,
be.
ma'am.
Come on, Jacqueline. Jacqueline got the sunshine in her over her shoulder. I don't know if y'all see that. I see
Look
it.
at that. You see that? You
That
see my
sunshine.
sunshine?
That's that glow. Ooh. All right now.
So happy day, ladies.
Happy day.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Come on and show up.
What are we saying?
Whatever
Whatever you
we
read, I
saying?
missed it. I missed it.
Whatever you say is gonna be what it is. I'm not here to tell you. You came here. You the one. Come on, Star. Come on. What's on the dome? What's on your dome?
Grand Rising, Elizabeth. I feel
Grand
good
Rising.
this morning, and I don't know why. Something lifted, and because I could feel some space where something was there that's no longer there.
Can we see more of your face? Your
Yeah, we can see the top of your head.
It's dome day. It's dome day. It's dome day. Dome
Come out of hiding.
And I don't know what it was that left. However, whatever it was, because I feel good and I feel space, then I figure it was something that no longer needed to be there.
Mm.
So I'm happy about it, whatever it was. And it feels good to feel space, because when everything is crammed up, it's very uncomfortable. It's hard to think, and it's hard to get past. And so now that I have this space, me and God gonna talk about what I need to do with it.
Right.
So yeah, I'm complete. Oh, I hope y'all heard. So everybody heard what that song was.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got a song for everything. All right, either Queen or Ebony. I need the. What's my song? Come on, show up and check it on in. Dun, dun, dun,
Check
dun.
on in, pretty woman.
Wow.
Check on in, for heaven's sake. Check on in, pretty woman.
Oh, don't growl. I love to growl. When they go there, when they do that does something to my soul. It does something to my soul.
So my revelation this morning on the rise up, of the wake up, of the being up, of the stand up, of the sit up, is that Grand Rising Elizabeth at the conference, it is Grand Rising Elizabeth's birthday. Yes.
Ooh, cool.
It's birthday, and so that gives another way to promote the conference. So not only is Grand Elizabeth Visionary Conference and the celebration of it, but it is the It is the Grand Rising, Elizabeth, is when we started. Yes. So, you know, the Spirit just showed me another way to promote the event and to create another flyer saying, putting all the guests, the pictures of all the guests who have graced us throughout the year. Yeah, and so just another way to approach the celebration of the Elizabeths in different ways. Oh,
Can we toast to that?
would you say, Star?
Can we toast to that?
Let me get my coat. I mean, my cup.
It's not time to go yet, is it?
No.
All right now. All right now. My coffee is iced coffee at this moment. Let me see something.
Matter of fact, I would love to do a everybody get their cups, and at some point we all are on Zoom and everybody toast, and that would be one of our ways of promoting the conference. So
To Grand
Evelyn,
Rising
you got your
Elizabeth.
cup?
Yeah, I don't have anything in it, but because I got several different beverages here.
I haven't,
Well,
I
put
haven't
your cup
received my,
up and then drink from the other one. And all others who have your drink, we just celebrate one another, and we celebrate life, the life of Elizabeth, and we celebrate the life of one another, and we celebrate our babies leaping and just jumping and hopping around, and we just celebrate the goodness of life.
Ashe.
Anyone else have something you want to celebrate?
Happy birthday, Grand
Happy
Rising
birthday.
Elizabeth.
Which
Do,
is,
do, do, do.
for those who are watching, is not until May, but we are kicking it off right now because today is March the 1st. It's time to kick it off. The website is ready and all the other things is ready, and we are ready to go, So get your cup. How you get your cup? Well, you send me $20, we get your cup.
Mm-hmm. Get your cup for the conference. Cup for the conference. And get your ticket.
So you can see it. It's
so
really cute.
do I need to do a drive-by to get my cup?
Yeah, when it gets here. Yeah, I might be able, if it's only one, then I could put your address. But if it's several, then you'd have to do a drive-by, baby. You had to come visit me.
I'm cool with that.
And
Yeah,
ladies, I do have flyers ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
And on the back.
The story. Yeah.
So on the back it says, what goals, dreams, and aspirations are you pregnant with? What's your passion and purpose for life? What's next on your agenda? Discover this and more during our 2-day Elizabeth Visionary Conference. You will walk away energized with a clear vision and intention. Others will be brought into your life to encourage you in your vision. Number 1, purpose attracts purpose. Number 2, God always prepares inspiration. You will know when you meet another with a vision, and their presence and energy will inspire you. The Elizabeth Visionary Conference will bring together women who are pregnant with visions and dreams. Our babies will leap for joy. Join us in a safe space where creativity flows and setbacks turn into possibilities. This is an opportunity to open our hearts for the Spirit of God to speak to us and order our steps. We will begin to ground ourselves with an in-depth understanding of why God chose us to bring forth such precious gifts. Come meet other Elizabeths and cause our babies to leap together. That's on the website.
All right. Let
Do
me
you-
drop
will
that.
you-
Let me drop that link in the chat there.
What,
So
Jackie?
will these be available electronically also?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So you can send it out, and I'll make another flyer around. I need to capture all of our guests, as many guests as we can, and I will be, putting their pictures up and stuff. These are the whatever I say about our special guests that we've had throughout the year. And yeah, and the celebration.
So,
Celebrate
break good times.
time.
Come on, Elizabeth. Dun, dun, dun.
Come on.
Gotta stay ready.
Yeah.
So, maybe when people order their cups, they can order a cup and a conference ticket. That'd be nice. Order your cups and get your conference tickets in your cups. How about
In your
that?
cup.
A cup of conference.
A cup of conference.
Where is it gonna be?
It is going to be at the St. Matthew, St. Joseph Episcopal Church on Woodward.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. It has a kitchen downstairs. That's where the vendors will be. And then we will be up in there they have a theater room. Oh, just an open space, but it has a stage and holds about 250. So
Will the vendors be able to hear what's going on upstairs?
what I'm gonna do, the TV that we have downstairs, Pam, in the basement. Yeah, I'm gonna put that downstairs so that the on Zoom they be able to see it. We will be on Zoom as well. Now that I got the conference all set up, now I can start saying they can buy tickets either physically or they can also come on the internet.
Yes.
Mhm.
Woo! That's
Because
all right.
we are sophisticated sisters. We got it going on.
What are the ticket costs for attendance versus online?
Say it again.
You said tickets, so there's a cost for the tickets.
Oh yeah, it's the cost for the conference. Yes.
So will there be a difference in cost?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where I am this morning. Excited when the Spirit dropped that into my mind this morning, early. I said, oh my goodness, yes, it is the birthday.
Shame.
That I call mine Earth Day. That's when I chose to come to Earth.
Yes.
Right.
But my babies, they are born, so they're
already going. Already doing the thing out there.
Yeah, birthday.
I have something to share. I sent this out yesterday. I saw this online and I just thought it was so amazing. I put it in the chat. I don't know if you all saw it. Let's see. I don't know. I'll play it on my phone. Let me see if I can get it. Once you send things on stories on Instagram, they go away. But I sent it out.
You sent it.
Yes. I sent it. I sent it. when I saw that, I said, "That's me. That's me all day. I love you." You know, shout
I
it
don't
out.
see it. I don't see it.
I put it in the WhatsApp chat. Didn't I put it in the WhatsApp?
No, I'm going
we-
through it. Oh,
You
wait,
put
wait,
it
Type so
in,
much.
you put it
wait,
in,
wait,
in
let me
this
see.
chat.
Let me
Lies.
see.
Lies.
Is it an Instagram thing?
Yeah.
You put it in this chat.
I did. I put it in there. I called myself putting it here and there and everywhere.
In WhatsApp,
Here and
Pam?
there and everywhere.
In this chat. In the
Hold
chat
on,
here. In the
I'm
Zoom
putting
chat
it in
here.
it's in WhatsApp right now. And
Okay,
it's here in this chat.
I just heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Girl,
You know,
listen,
okay.
this bird and this dog, boy, I'm telling you. They going at it. Like, I love you. That was, I sent,
I can,
I don't do mass text, but I sent it to everybody that I felt like needed to hear it in my, I thought it was sweet. So send that out, send that love out to your people today.
I
And
will. I
one other,
can see. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go. No, you go.
No, I was just gonna say I could see Sheena and RJ doing that, like as a skit, because you know that part in Mommy Dearest where, you know, why can't you give me the respect that I deserve? And then RJ says, because I'm not one of you. I have it on tape. I have it on so I can see them doing that. I love that. That is so, I'm sending that out too. That is beautiful.
That would be a great 2-second play. Like, I have a play to do. And it would just be that exchange. And so with that energy, my guest let me know. She let me know what was going on.
Okay.
LaTwaina Kelly. She is a book writer. This is what's happened. She said, I apologize. My power is still out, is why I won't be able to join this morning. I thought our power would be back on last night. It's still out. I told her, I said, okay, we're going to send Energy to your way for power restoration. Not power, but power. So I want us all to just focus and just send restoration electricity right now.
What's
right
her
now,
name?
Sister LaTwaina. LaTwaina Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, did it work? Woo. You know, whenever I do things like that, if people tell me something's going on or I will say, you know what? We're gonna ask that it be changed. Whatever the ask is for. I tell them, I said, but you gotta believe me when we say this. You gotta believe and you gotta put your energy behind it. Because things can change just like that. Where two or three are gathered in my name. So her power is going to be restored.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was a Pisces man that told me the sky was getting all cloudy and the storm was coming. And he said, I'm gonna blow this storm away. And he blew up. He said, come on, y'all, blow in the sky. The storm stopped. Clouds moved on. You know, I do that a lot. You know, we have that ability to ask because the energy that created us is in us. Remember, there's no separation. Okay. So for our Ebony, I saw you checked in, and Sanji, I need you all to what do you want?
Greet us.
Camera up for a couple seconds and just let us know what you were filled with this morning when you woke up. You know, just share whenever you can. Just come on camera and share. We'll pause and make sure we get the check-ins in. Okay, so let's see. Now I have a little exercise. Okay, no problem, Ebony. You're excused. I'll give you an excused absence. That's all right. All right. Sanji! Wait, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right quick. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Real quick. Hold on. I'm coming. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Oh, where is it?
I like your hair, Sanji.
Gorgeous.
There's Ebony.
I love you too.
Yes, I got a camera, y'all. Hey.
I love you too. I love you too.
You know,
I
that'd be
like
good if
that.
somebody getting on your nerves or whatever they're doing. Put that on. Tell them I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. Self. Come on, check in, y'all. I'm done with my little antics.
Grand Rising, Elizabeth.
Grand
I got camera now.
Rising.
I got camera.
See how
I
it
can
turned on
see
and worked right
you.
quick?
Yes. I am so grateful for today. It's some beautiful weather today. It is some beautiful weather, and I thoroughly enjoy this Course of Miracles. I realized just how tightly wound I am. I'm gonna say in my mama voice. I'm tightly wound, but it's unwinding me, and I like it.
And I like it. It's unwinding.
That Course of
And
Miracles is
I
going to
like
deal with
it.
everything.
Yes.
It's not going to leave any stone unturned.
Mm-mm.
Ebony, I just want to say you have been glowing. You know, I think it was the second from the number 3 when we did session number 3 for the Yoni, the sacred space journey. You have been glowing ever since then. Every time you come on, you've been glowing.
Well, I
I'm just
thank
saying.
you. I thank you, ladies. It was that one episode we had that really opened me up to something that was blocking me, and I've been like working on it ever since. And it's making me feel real good. Like I like the unwinding. It's just the unwinding the whole process and just embracing it, y'all. I'm embracing this experience. It's so beautiful.
And I'm feeling good.
Yes.
Da-da, da-da,
But thank you, Mama Head.
da-da, da-da, da-da.
Yes, Queen. Let me go bop in my little seat over here.
Yeah, and I like that. Nina Simone. You know, I don't know if you all know that, but we were with Nina Simone this weekend.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
She sang "I'm Feeling Good." That's a great song too. I love that song.
She sang the heck out of that song.
Oh my gosh, she had. I mean, all night. My little, what you call it, chills was just going through my body the whole night, all night long, from the beginning to the very last, the very last note played. That show was phenomenal. Yeah, Sanjay, where are you? Where are you?
Where you go, Sanjay?
Thank you, Ebony.
You're welcome.
Sanjay got a hot pink today. Watch out now, hot pink.
It goes with their hair.
It does.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I love how she talks.
Let me tell you about Sparkles here. She had on the sequence dress, and I was like, I don't know why. I don't know if it was the dress I saw or did I see you. I was like, that's Sanji.
I know, right?
Right. You came right up to
She
me.
had the skirt with sequins, and then she had black on, so she was just stepping. She had her heels and stuff, and she was all cute. And you haven't seen her walk yet, but she walks with this little prance. You know?
Oh my goodness. Now they'll pay more attention to that. Make sure I don't mess it up.
It is you, darling. It's you. So it's your MO. So don't you worry about it. Just be you.
Let it shine. So Sanji, what you wake up with? What revelation did you have for us today? What's the word?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good today. My daughter told me yesterday she got accepted at all of the medical schools she applied for,
Yay!
all tuition paid,
Yay!
everything.
Mm.
And these schools actually paid for her flight and everything to go out there and do the interview. So she did Boston University, Columbia, and New York, and University of Connecticut. Those were her top three. So they flew her out there to do the interviews last month, and she got accepted into all three.
Mm.
But now she's leaning towards Columbia and New York. So she has to let them know by April 15th what she's gonna do. And she'll be graduating in May. And they sent her the welcome letters. They said, "Welcome to med school." So
Oh,
she is on her way.
awesome. Awesome.
What's your daughter's name?
Safi.
Come on, Safi.
Yes.
Y'all better give thanks and praise.
Yes, she
yes,
is gonna
yes.
do it. She is gonna do it. They said it's a 5-year program and everything is covered. So that's what I needed to hear.
Yes, yes. I
Mm-hmm.
say God is
Yeah.
good. God is good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just know when you're going through something big is about to go down, baby. It's
Breaking
going
through.
down.
See, what happened with the house didn't stop nothing.
Hey,
Right. We're moving right along. Just moving
Mm-hmm.
right along. And like you said, when something happens, something better even happens to top that. So that's exactly why I'm grateful and got to push my daughter to keep going.
yes, that's all right. That's
Mm-hmm.
all right, Sanji. That's excellent news.
Wonderful. It's
Excellent news.
wonderful. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Jackie from Joyzy, your background we're matching the background. I got on the dress, you got the background. And
Yes,
Sanji with her.
I love your top. I like
Thank
the
you.
the end of it, and when you put your hand, yeah, go ahead, love. Come on now. I have applause for that. That's beautiful.
That's director sleeves.
You wearing that? I love it. So yeah,
Thank you.
it's good to
So
hear.
what was your revelation this morning?
Just so always, I'm always standing in just gratitude and what being present to what I love, what I'm grateful for. So just being in that space, just sitting there. Yes,
That's beautiful.
thank you.
So thank you so much for sharing, Jackie from Joyzy. So I was saying that this book, my mother was somewhere, and when we have things that are misplaced or we don't know where they are, just say that you can, because I said I'm going to find it. And when Sanji mentioned her daughter, and I said yay, and I put my arm back here, and the book was like, Angie, in the book. See, I'm getting a new one, and I think sometimes when something that you've had knows that something else is coming, it might be. You're not going anywhere. This is still my favorite because my mother wrote in here.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this is March Women's History Month, and today what I want us to do as an exercise, it's a 2-part piece. I want us to research our immediate family and then branch off from there, maybe your community. But I want us to think about the women who have made history in our own families. I respect and love all the sisters out there of our distant family, our extended family, but I want us to look deep inside and look at the women in our history line that are special to us. So I want to give you a few moments. Queen, could you put on some of our music that we can play because it's created by the Philharmonic? Is it how does he say his Philharmonic?
Philharmonic.
Philharmonic. the Philharmonic crew that we can play and not get blocked because it's original music. Thank you, Zoom and YouTube. While we think about these wonderful women, and if you want to branch off, neighborhood, you know, those people that were pivotal in your, I want to just give them energy, and let's talk about them today. We need to talk about the powerful women in our space that we knew, that we could touch and hold, and okay, so that's what I want us to ponder about at this moment. Who are they? Who are the women in your history line? Maestro, you got any? Oh, you're looking it up. Looking it up.
You don't hear it?
No. That's what I said. I hear it coming. the name of that piece. That was beautiful. Take the time and work out information inside your mind. Yeah. What was the name of that, Queen? That was beautiful.
I think it was, I don't remember.
We're gonna have to have some Elizabeth music. We need an Elizabeth CD. I know Danielle has given us that assignment to make our music list. I have to come up with that. Nice.
This one is called
Right.
Atmospheric.
Okay. Happy Spirit.
Atmospheric.
Atmospheric. All right. I like that. Let me write that down.
I gotta find the other one, what it was.
Right. I went deep. I went deep into my family pocket. So how can we get to share about these beautiful women that we have in our family? They don't have to be ancestors. History is happening now as we're breathing right now. So, but I did choose most of mine, and maybe give a word or whatever you need to share about them. I'm gonna share a few real quick, just some one words. So I had Charlotte, who was a seamstress and became a mechanic at 60. I have Sandra, who was a sister, a confidant, organizer, interior decorator. Clara, who was a pianist by ear. Elizabeth, who was a nurse. Emma, who was a quartet mother. My great grandmother used to make her daughters all had boys men, more masculine names, and she used to have them go sing at various places downtown. And let's see, Jeanette was a singer and an educator. Melvor was a nurse. Winnie, educator, and Edna, world traveler. All right, that was a quickie about my folks. Anybody want to drop? And you can speak about them as much as you need. We have time here. It's Women's History Month. Share your people.
Well, I'll share mine.
Come on with it.
Aunt Edie. Aunt Edie was over the radiology. She ran that in the country. She was, and I remember riding with her to go and run all that. Aunt Edie was, she was a short lady, but she was very big in stature. Aunt Dorothy was her and her husband. She was in Topeka, Kansas, and her and her husband had their own store. So I always thought about her as an entrepreneur. Aunt Ruby, she was a music master. Everybody hired Aunt Ruby. She is the grandmother of what's her name, Pam?
Janelle.
Janelle Monáe. That's where Janelle got her music from. That's her grandmother. No, that's her great grandmother. Great grandmother. Aunt Ruby was no joke on the piano. And my mom, she was over the usher boards. That was her thing. Mama loved church. And the usher board, usher, she knew all the signals. She went to all the conferences and stuff, and she would teach, and she would be, oh, yeah, girl. Oh, no, not the hand in the front. It's got to be in the back. And then this is the serving hand. 2, 3. And over here. And Aunt Florence she ran medical, the nursing homes and stuff, and she would get the work done. And then of course all my natural hair pioneers, some of them you met last Friday. But that is just a list of them. So that's enough for today.
Did you leave some for Pam to talk about? I mean, for Star to talk about?
Nope.
I was gonna say, now leave some for Star. Now leave some for Star.
She got her own reasons why they're there.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well,
and that's interesting because some of our people may be special in different ways to others in our family.
Right.
That's a thing right there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my aunt so and so might have got on so and so nerve, but you all meshed together because y'all were so much alike. You know how that goes.
Right. So go ahead, Star. Do yours.
Come
well,
on,
I would
Star.
say, I mean, all of those that Queen named, my mother. Well, I'll start with my grandmother on my mother's side and my great grandmother on my mother's side. No, I didn't meet either one of them.
Okay.
And then my mother, because my mother came from those two, and she gave me life.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why my mother is my hero. And Queen,
Your
Queen,
Shiro.
Queen Aduni, because
You.
she trained me and didn't know it, and she never failed to, I'm going to say, put me in my place, even though that wasn't really what she was doing, but that's the way I saw it, because I would be seeing something that, or saying something that was disempowering. And so she would always give me my power back, not really knowing that that's what she was doing. So that's why I say, and it was actually God who told me that she was training me. And I said, oh, okay. And all the Elizabeths, because we are all an inspiration for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you know, having these meetings or shows in the morning, it really helps to help us get through the day.
Yes.
Um,
It's therapy. It's
my
therapy.
best friend, she's a handful. However, she taught me a lot, and I could count on one hand in all the years that we've been friends that she's been upset with me enough to really tell me about myself. And it would always bother her because when she was done, she would ask me, did I have anything to say? And I never did. And I said, well, you said a lot of things. So I have to process what you said, and then I can come back, but I can't do it right now. And every time she did that, it lifted something up off of me. Um, that's pretty much it. My sisters, my other two sisters, even the youngest one.
Y'all gonna stop that.
Yeah. She is a handful. However, she helps me to see myself for who I am. And my other sister too. And I will say my brother, even though he's not a woman, he's my twin.
He came from a woman. That's all right. You talk about him if you want to.
He was in the womb with me, and I really admire him for who he is. because when he got out of prison, there was no haughtiness, no anger, no nothing. And I was all caught up in my stuff. And I was like, how in the hell is none of that there? And he was in prison, but it wasn't. And he's still like that. And I'm going to say one more person, especially. I mean, she's Elizabeth, and she just came on. The Reverend Omani Grace. She is now my covering, and I'm happy that she took that on, and I'm happy that she is who she is. She don't hold nothing back. She's like my Aunt Florence. You know, what's there comes up and comes out.
You gonna deal with it, baby. You gonna deal with it. Deal with it right now.
And she don't hold back the way that she says it either. And so those are, and Queen is kind of somewhat like that. She's just a little bit less. She's more. Let's see. Um, how can I say it?
Diplomatic.
Yeah, maybe that's the word. Maybe that's the word. So I just want to thank all my heroes, my sheroes.
And Star, I think I want to add one more, and I'm sure you agree. But our Pastor Renee Smith,
Yes.
because
Yes.
she took on my whole family. I used to say, I'm sorry you had to but you know, she took on and yeah, Pastor Renee.
Does she have a couple generations of y'all, or just a nice
Just
collective?
the immediate family.
She had the whole group and our kids that were, you know, were being raised.
That's a couple generations then.
And
there's levels to this.
She's still our pastor. Just, you know, she'll call. She said, the Lord told me to tell you this. This one I need to come over to your house. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for sharing. So for you all that just came in, we are just discussing our women's history month, and we are speaking about the people in our families. We want to recognize them. We appreciate those who are our extended family, our waves family, but we want to talk about the people that, you know, that we grew up with, those closest to us. We want to just acknowledge them for Women's History Month for March.
Alive or not.
Yes, and check in also. Let us get your little quick photo check in, and you know, what was your revelation this morning? Okay.
I'll go next.
Come on, Mama Evelyn. I can hear you. I gotta take care of a little business.
I want to say, when I just thinking just now, my mom, because she, even with the issues, she helped me to be independent. And sort of guided me, but didn't hover and didn't, you know, chastise me or spank me when she needed to, but she was never one to always be in my business, and, you know, she let me be.
Yeah.
My aunties, I you know, several of them passed, a couple of them, well, one passed before I really got to know her, but she was a gentle soul. And that was my Aunt Maddie. And then my Aunt Alberta, she was the hairdresser, you know, was fried and curled and laid to the side kind of hairdresser. And she was on her, she did a home-based business. That's where I learned, you know, entrepreneurship from her, because she was always a hairdresser. That's what she did. That's how she made her living. And then she had 7 kids, and then her oldest daughter, Linda, she taught me, I don't know, she used to, you know how you stock up on the school supplies once they go on sale, and anything you needed, she could go in her closet or her storage area and I had to stop doing that because that was a lot. But I had taken that on too. You know, stuff that you have that you're saving it for a special occasion. No, 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 no. It'll be staying in there forever. But yeah, and yeah, that's all I can think of as far as family, you know. But I'm thinking who I consider family, you know, like now I say I have a Lottie and a Lolly, and I have two Gwens. I have Mama Reverend Omani, and I have Gwendolyn Winston, who she is just so she is the smooth, calm, you know, and then Mama Samara, you know, she was my artistic accomplice in crime, and just um yeah, and like I said, all the two groups that I'm belonging, the Elizabeths and the listening partners, all of y'all just inspire me to do more than I thought I was going to, because At Peace threatened me. I want you to know she threatened to get me out the house. You know, you need to be out and about. You know, you're earth sign. We know you like to sit and met, but you got to be out here. So she threatened that she was gonna be on me. So that's her and Reverend Omani, and with, you know, yes, yep. I'm gonna be
Threats
held
accepted.
accountable.
Threats accepted. We got positive threats, y'all. There could be positive. That's shame. We'll give thanks, Mama Evelyn, for sharing those beauties. Anyone else like to share those? You know, let's give acknowledge to the people, the powerful women in our family, in our immediate and in our immediate space. Yes.
I will go next.
Come on, precious knights. Come on.
I would have to say, I will start with my mother. I will start with my mom. My mom was what I call the quiet storm. she was every bit of a lady. She was very quiet, but you mess with that woman, you was gonna be sorry. Me and my mom, we had a really special bond. My mom was an Aquarius. So her being an Aquarius and having a Leo daughter was what was quite interesting, especially in my younger years, because I was the rebel daughter. You know, my dad's a Taurus. So I have both of these personalities in me. And I would tell people I look like my mother, but I act like my father. So be careful, because don't let an innocent face fool you. So definitely my mom. But then there were my aunts, because both my mother and my father come from large families. So my father had 5 sisters. My mother had 4 sisters. And those women were powerhouses in their own ways. On my mother's side, they were deaconesses in the church, and they taught me and raised me to be a praying woman. They taught me to be a prayer warrior. My father's side, those were what I call the intellectual women. They were college professors and teachers and nurses, and they were what I call the divas of the family. This is how you keep your house. This is how you dress. This is, exactly Mama had. This is how you carry yourself, all lady. And also my mother's side was the same way, but being deaconesses, it was a little more, dresses to the floor and the big hats and all of that. But they all taught me to be a lady and to be a praying woman and always stay on your knees, and always have that relationship with God. But at the same time, they also taught me, as the young people say, get your coins. They taught me go out, do your thing, be who you are, stand in who you are. So I would definitely have to say it was both the women, my mother, my aunts, all of that. Those are the women that I carry inside me, and the ones that are still alive on my father's side that we call the cotton tops, because all of them have snow white hair that we still keep up with, and they still know how to call from. They will still call me from down south, and I will be summoned, which that happened a couple of weeks ago of when you coming. And they still know how to summon me up. You have X amount of time to get here and stand in our presence and explain yourself in so many ways. So I would definitely have to say it's the women on both sides of my family.
All right now. All right. All right, all right. Would anyone else like to share? Who are the women in your herstory? In your herstory. In your herstory.
Oh, can I add something real quick?
Yes, please.
That just came to me. And when we were at the show Saturday, I thought about them because all of them sing. And as different songs were being sung, Nancy Wilson and all, because there was no TV back in the South at that time, they all entertained themselves. So my father was a singer, all my aunts sang. So everything that I was hearing, I'd always heard. When they would get together, they would sing. And that is the most amazing thing of the beautiful voices that they had and how they would sing harmony and, all of that. So all of that from Saturday came to mind of another reason why I think Precious Night is in me is I come from a family of entertainers at the same time. So that's also a huge part of it. So I just thought I'd add that. That light just came on.
Yeah. Purpose. I love it. Come on, I'm feeling other family. I'm feeling the women saying, bring, I know there's more stories to hear about the journeys of the women in our families. Share. Come through. Okay, while we're waiting on people to bring those women forward, I would like to share about a school that I worked out. It was called Beulah Kane Brewer Elementary. And as I read history about Miss Beulah Kane Brewer, she was the Moses of her family. She came up from down south and she would go and get the rest of her family. She was also the first assistant African American woman, assistant principal, and then became the first African American woman to be a principal. She started out in psychology and then turned her career and went to education, which I thought was amazing because I was working there. I was like, oh my gosh, that was a path that I was on. Let's see, who else? Oh, Dr. Natalia Tanner. This woman was a doctor of pediatrics, and I have heard so many friends speak about Dr. Natalia Tanner. One woman was sharing how Dr. Tanner was her pediatrician and then became her daughter's pediatrician. She said that since it feels as though everything Tanner wasn't the first Black woman to pull off. She was either the first woman or the first African American to accomplish. I'd searched for first, and the last find was the one that stuck in my head. I asked, you've got the triple whammy. You're female, you're Black, and you're over 65. Which of the three has posed the most serious hurdle? So Natalia said, I think age is the first discrimination for me. As an individual, she replied, sex, I don't think it makes that much difference, but racism was always going to come into play. Most people think that when you're my age, she was 85 on this interview, you're debilitated in some way, mentally or physically. When I asked how that attitude persisted itself, Tanner retorted, people would just come up to me and say, you're retired? You're retired, haven't you? I say, no, I'm not retired. I've been on the front page of the Southfield Eccentric, and I've been on the Detroit News and Free Press doing what I'm doing. I'm not retired. So let's see. One of the people said that she was born on January 6th of 1955 in Women's Hospital. Dr. Natalia Tanner was her pediatrician. Growing up as a child, I remember her making visits, and I admired her to the utmost. Even as a kid, I admired her. After my own children were born, Dr. Tanner, still practicing medicine, I called her to be my daughter's pediatrician. Her daughter was born December 23rd, 1974. She accepted. She has not only been our family down through the years of my childhood, but my children's childhood as well. She's a very generational doctor, and I will never forget you. So that was just some comments that people had to say. Let's go back to Sister Alice Coltrane, who was from here, harpist, very accomplished band leader with her husband, and she had a group separate from him as well, John Coltrane's wife. Their son was just here recently, a couple weeks ago, last month now. You all know we're in the third month of the year already. Yep.
Yes.
I know.
So
It'll be
Mm.
things
Christmas
are
in a minute.
progressing. I'm like, we're gonna blink and it's gonna be May. So we better get on our game. So let's see, what else did I want to discuss today? Oh, I want to talk about flowers. Give people their flowers while they're here. So I just want to say you all represent the petals on these various flowers. My favorite, I fell in love with Gerber daisies. I love these.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I love the Gerber daisies. I don't really, when I was getting hit, I really didn't want flowers. And my friend is a florist. She said, how dare you come to my house and tell me that you want fake flowers at your wedding? She said, you have to have life present at your celebration. So I said, okay. I said, but I don't like roses and I don't like carnations. So she just set out the birds of paradise and what do you call the other ones? Pin cushions and things of that nature that were very unique flowers. So I enjoyed that, but I don't know what it was about. I like when they're dried out. I don't know what it is. I think I'm kind of Morticia in that way with flowers. Because one day, Haru and I put a rose in some water and it dried out, but we always kept it still with water. That it never fell apart. The petals stayed on, they never fell off. I don't know what that, it was a special rose. It was a special rose. But yeah, the petals and how beautiful flowers are. Flowers are like, I like sisters. They just beautiful and they ebb and flow. So did anyone else have any women to share? Come on, y'all. I want to hear about the people, the history of your family. Because I know mine, like Bridget was sharing the deaconesses and the singers and the educators. What was that family line? I think mine was mostly education, and they were good party planners. Good party planners. So,
I
Sister
think
Ebony,
I
were
was.
you ready? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, I was ready.
I was not
Come,
announcing Ebony. That's Ebony.
sorry. Yeah, I come from a line of spiritual women, preachers and leaders and educators. So I learned. My mom told me her family is small because they lost their mother and father at a young age. So she's been the matriarch of her family since she's been 17. My
Wow.
mom is a hero. She does miraculous, amazing things. Um, um, her great great grandmother, Juanita Rogers, she was the first UAW president at the U.S. Steel up over here in River, well, it's at East now. And then she was just a regular worker, and she just rose up through the ranks just through her like hard work and ethic, her work ethic. Um, but she was no joke. My mama said she had a mouth like a sailor, so that was funny enough. Her sister, my aunt Martha, she has always been a diva to me. We call her Auntie Diva. She's always had, she always resembled Whitney Houston to me, and she always had that kind of her grace. She always had like her grace, like Whitney Houston. Like she liked that all room she came in, even on her bad days. She's like, girl, I just see this on, and she be so stylish and well put together. She had like so many like high standards about herself, like a diva. So she just owned her name. Auntie Diva was her name all the time. Um, my um my other aunt, my aunt Tina, she was the rebel of the family. She rode a motorcycle. So I was like, she's the first woman in our family with a motorcycle and be a biker gang and stuff like that. She was just a mess. My mama said she reminded her of our great grandmother, our great grandmother Juanita. And my siblings, like my sisters, my one sister, she had a baby at a young age. She was like she finished school and graduated and went on to college with her young child. I would say myself, I was the first one to graduate college in my family. And start breaking those generational curses so my siblings can keep going to school. So I'm proud about myself. And on my dad's side, I would say my aunt Margaret, she was the first principal at Mark Twain in Southwest Detroit. She used to work at Mark Twain, and she was the principal and ended up becoming the first woman principal to take over. And then my big mama, she was the rock. She was amazing. She actually took care of me when my mom put us in foster care. So she was a teacher. She would teach at her own church. It was like in Delray, but I can't remember the cross street. It's a small white church. Um, and of course, like I've met so many inspirational women along my way. Now that I've become an adult, the most influential woman. I call her my fairy godmother, but her name is Rhonda Anderson. She's over at the Sierra Club. She's an environmentalist at the Sierra Club, but she always see my light, no matter what I go through. She always has that like good timing when it catches me before I jump off the edge. If she like calls me out of nowhere and gets me back grounded. So I love her for that. And my friend.
What happened?
I got a best friend. She's been through some challenges, but she always handle her challenges and her faults or anything that obstacles in her way. She always handle them with pride and grace and so forward speaking, and she moves. She don't let a situation define her. She definitely conquers all her things. And finding you ladies, the Elizabeth, you guys speaks to me so much. Even after we're offline, I always hear your voice. Or I find something going on in the world. I say like one of you guys' names, like, oh, I think Evelyn will like this dial or something. Good stuff. So just finding you guys, Reverend Amani, done put my world back on track to, being the best version of myself and really digging deep at these dark spaces to see the light. And Queen Aduni, oh my goodness, when I met you at the Creative Summit, you were just so beautiful to me. And I'm like, oh, she gonna do something for me. I know she gonna change something for me because like when we were talking, I was uncomfortable, but I was safe. but it was like you seen me, and I'm like, I can see me. Like, it's just a beautiful thing to be here and to just be in the presence of you ladies. And Lolly, I hear so much about Lolly actually outside of here, and we haven't met like physically yet, but I feel like I'm like Lolly's sister or something somewhere in another life. So just you ladies and my family and the women I'm meeting that I'm aligning to are very inspirational.
Mhm. I want to share that, and thank you, Ebony. I want to share that what was great about my aunts and my mom and their brothers, but in particular the women, since that's what we're talking about, is I can't think of any time in their life where there was dissension. I'm not going to talk to you. I can't stand you. Never was that in the family. So for me, that's how we are. We just didn't, I hate her. And I mean, you as kids, you say that to each other. I can't stand you, da, da, da. But my family, my sisters and brothers, my brother, we are always there for one another. Even if we have to get each other straight about something, but it's always in love. And when I think about it, my mom and them, they just didn't go there. Grandpa and grandma, that just is the tone that they had set. And they just didn't go, they always looked out for one another as a family. And I think I didn't know how unique that was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you hear people, no, I haven't talked to my sister in 10 years and stuff like that. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is, that's precious to me.
That's
And if you came in and if you married into the family or you became part of the family, my mom used to take everybody in, everybody. But if you came on Saturday night, you going to church in the morning, period. And if you want to
no
come
matter
to
what.
if you want to come to dinner on Sunday,
Saturday.
you got to get up and go to church in the morning with her. That was when she put her foot down.
All right.
Put her foot down. But yeah, that is something to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Family can stay together to death do them part.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Queen, I have a similar situation with my mother. My mother, her great grandmother. No, wait a minute, let me get it together. My great grandmother raised my mother, so she had a different type of training.
Mm-hmm.
But the children, we're not talking about grown folks things around the children. But I never heard my mother speak foully about any of her girlfriends ever.
Yeah.
Ever,
Yeah.
ever, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And even when her and my father separated, she did not speak foul of my father.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I think was really, really beautiful about her, among other things. Something else I wanted to share.
I just wanted to say that's queendom. That's
Yeah,
queendom.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
class and tact.
Mm-hmm.
But that was how they were raised. That was just how they were raised from the time that when they came into the world. Mm-hmm. That, especially back at that time, that all they had was each other.
Yeah.
So they stuck together. Same like Queen. My mom's sisters, it was till death do they part.
Mm-hmm. Come on camera, honey. Come on camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, there I am. It was the same with them. It was till death do they part. They talked all the time. My mom was the furthest away. We're the only ones here in Michigan.
Mhm.
Everyone else is still in Louisiana and Texas.
Mhm.
And so they talked like they were around the block.
Mhm.
Several times a week, they talked. It didn't matter. They never, if they were angry at one another, we didn't know about it because they talked it out. They stuck together.
Right.
And coming up, when I was growing up, the words that were always drilled in me was, know where your sister is. Where's your sister? Know where your sister is. Where's your sister? And to this day, me and my sister, it's always still been, know where your sister is. And people say the same thing about me and my sister. They'll ask my sister, you and your sister don't fight? And y'all still talk? And she'll tell them, that's my best friend. That's my road dog. No, we don't, no. And when my niece was born, same thing. My niece, if we all go out, we're all together.
Mhm.
So it was always stick together, know where each other is. Don't ever have such a distance that you don't know where your sister is, that you don't know what's going on, that you haven't gone and checked on your sister no matter what's going on. You mad at her, fine, get over it. Always know, always have that bond. But I think that comes from that generation of women. And
all they had was each other.
All they had
Right.
was each other.
So, that was something sacred. But
Yes.
it's so funny because with my family, some of us aren't talking to some of us, but somebody is in touch. Somebody's in touch with everybody, if you know what I mean. Like, I've had some cousins, say, okay, we not da, but my sister might be speaking to her. It's so funny. I love that about us, that if somebody's having an issue, but we still all know if you told the story, everybody could say that everybody's here, there, or whatever. But somebody it's three of us. It's my brother, sister, and I. One of us is in touch with somebody. If you're not talking to, somebody else is in touch with that person. So we're still connected in that way. And one thing about if you divorce in our family, you my sister forever. I don't give a dang, dang nothing about that. Look, my brother, we record. Okay, so my brother, he was estranged from his first wife. I told my brother, I said, keep doing it till you get it done right. I told him, I've always told him that. He like Elizabeth Taylor. Anyway, so he said something. He said, you invited Tanya to the wedding. I said, yeah. I said, you divorced her, I didn't.
Right.
And I told her she couldn't give them back, and she turned them back in. But it's okay. I didn't hold that against her. But I'm not doing all that. I don't have time for that. We family for life, and I'm not whatever on that. So I got three sisters. I got three extra sisters. But how about the sister mamas? Those, like, I had a nana. My mother took care of one of the elders at church. She didn't have any children. But Miss White, she was the choir director. That's why I know about that. That director. I used to love to see her arm swing when she directed. I used to love this part. That was my favorite part. But Miss White was my nana. And I believe it was Queen Afua who talks about half sister mamas for your daughters. There needs to be someone that you could call outside of your mom that you trust and can be your confidant.
Yeah.
Because there's some things you might not be able to, want to or be able to talk to with your mom. We have, sister mamas are so important. So when Ebony was bringing up her godmother, that reminded me of that energy. Someone that you can, reach out to, because some things you might not want to discuss with your mom, or it might be your mom that you need to discuss, because they're having whatever is going on. I just think that is just so crucial.
Yeah, in my family, we had Pam, when I say her name, Mother Whitney. Mother Whitney was like my mother's mother, and she lived in LA. We lived in San Diego, and we would go up to Mother Whitney's. And I remember Mother Whitney, her her person was pure love, unconditional love. The neighborhood, the kids would come, and Mother Whitney, she would sit in that chair and you could just love on Mother Whitney. Mother Whitney. I mean, she was like love personified. And I always said, that's what I want to be like, is Mother Whitney. And she had this big house in it wasn't like a mansion, it was just a neighborhood, but it was big, and people would come in and you stay upstairs, and she had some, like Chico was like adopted, she would just bring kids in the house and they would stay there and stuff like that. And just love personified. That was Mother Whitney. Mother Whitney. Yes, 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 yes.
So that's making me think of Mother Thomas, Mrs. Thomas that lived on my block. She was like the eldest, the elder of the neighborhood. We would have our Easter egg hunts and things at her house. She would she had her coffee can, and she would chew her tobacco. Ping! I used to love Mother Thomas. So what about your neighborhood, my dears? That elder in the neighborhood. I grew up in the house. I grew up on the block. So all my neighbors were family. I think it was like 65 children, because most of the people, the women, they were the grandmothers who had many children, who also had many children. So that's why it was like 65. I just sat and wrote down everybody's name that I could remember. And I think it was about 65 of us at in different spurts. But we have those elders. My neighborhood elders are my mamas. Nothing was happening without somebody knowing what the kids were doing, and you're not gonna get away with nothing on that block. Mama Evelyn, you got a story? Ebony, y'all got people.
I got
My mama was that. She used to make the peanut butter cookies, and everybody knew her. And I had so many god siblings and things like that. She was that person.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
that was
okay. It was the time I lived on East Wilson off of what is Woodward Avenue in Pontiac. My dad was the landlord. He was the landlord and the property manager, because it was an apartment building. So up next door, I had Mama Christine, who would feed me, and her husband was abusive. Then there was Miss Mary upstairs, who was kind of the jazzy ones, and I loved her son. He was fine. And she had a daughter who I looked up to. I really wonder what she's doing now. But anyway, she was very talented, and I looked up to her. And then she had an older sister who was like a big sister to me when she was around. And okay, so that was in the building. And then next door, the house was Clementine, but we called her Mert. She was Miss Mert. She was the hairdresser. She was the jazzy one. She was the cool mom, and she had two daughters, and I was friends with them. And then next to her, a door down, was Miss Crump. Miss Crump was the lady. She was the church lady. She was the husband who, when he come home, dinner was on the table, and you weren't invited to dinner. You had to go home, and he was mean. I didn't like him. But then there was two friends of mine. There was a grandmother who spit tobacco.
Bing.
Miss Maggie spit tobacco. Her house always smelled like tobacco, but it was home. She would feed me. I could go over there and go to sleep, spend the night. And then on the end of the block was Miss Johnson. And she had, I want to say 6 or 7 kids, but she was quiet and even-tempered, and it felt like home there too. And then, one more. There was Miss Maggie. There was her mother, her daughter, who was Bonnie. Bonnie Quince was the one who takes sips all day long. They had the extra stuff in the cup.
Uh-huh.
As the day went on, the more
Tight.
looser Miss Bonnie got. she, she was the fun mom, and she had a son and 2 daughters, and the daughters were my friends, and the son was fat. I was like, dang. Woo. But anyway, yeah. So wow, I had a hold. I couldn't do nothing. Yeah, no, couldn't do nothing.
Yep. They gonna tell it all. And I'm thinking about it. Is it the families with the mothers that had the large families? Those were the ones that would tell everything. I'm just thinking about that now that you said that. The mamas that had the many kids, those were the ones that would tell on the babies.
Well, no, Miss Johnson, she would just get me straight. But I wasn't a bad kid. I wasn't.
Right.
We weren't bad kids around there. I didn't do nothing.
I didn't get in too much trouble. Listen, I had too many mamas on the block. You don't want to get in trouble because you're gonna get a tap from this house, this house, this house, this house, and then they're gonna tell your great grandfather or your aunt, and then your mama and daddy go. I was like, nope, that's too much. That's too much. That's what you call that? The long hand of the law. That's long. Come on.
I got it. So one time. Because my best friend's mom is my mom's best friend. They best friends, and we best friends. So we sold Mama Cynthia, we sold my best friend Mama car and went to Belle Isle one time. And my mama told on us, and we got in trouble. Like really bad, like on both ends.
Really bad.
Both sides, right. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we were trying to go to Belle Isle and be cute, on the water and be cute. We watched the kids already for them. Why they go tell on us? They jumped us. That's what we keep telling them. After we watched their kids, they jumped us. Yeah, we still talk about that. I can't believe them ladies got us like that.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta watch out when y'all parents best friends with the other best friends.
I
stole the car once. But it wasn't really stealing. We had to go to the laundromat, and Dad was drunk. And me and Mom, we needed to go wash. We needed to go to the laundromat. We took, that's where I got that take care of business attitude, was get stuff done. And so I said, come on, let's load this car up. And by the time we got back, he said, where y'all go? I would have took you. I said, no, I don't get in the car with you when you're drinking. No. And I didn't get in the car with him after he got older. Nope. I'll drive myself to where I want to go. And then you take over. Because if you get in an accident by yourself, then it's just you. But you're not killing me.
Right. So Mama Evelyn, you didn't steal a car. You did what you had to do.
I did what I had to do. Yeah, I did. But then, after that, when I got my license, anytime I wanted the car, I had a car. I always had a car. As long as he had a car, I had a car. I didn't have to bought one car in my whole entire life.
Here's to the car. Here's to the car.
One car. And then I wouldn't let him drive it. Nope. I know how to drive a stick. I said, yeah, Dad, but you, no.
So I got to go back to sorry, Mama Evelyn. But I got to go back to the mamas who did hair. My grandmother, my mother's mother, Clara May. She would, that curling iron, that clicky, them tight curls. She would click. I used to always pretend to be her with that curling iron. Click. It was almost like a musical instrument at this point. Yeah. But she would make them tiny curls. Oh, my grandmother. Oh my gosh, she was, and cool it off, swing it around like it was a gun.
I still have mine. It's out in the garage.
Baby, listen when I tell you them curling iron. My grandmother would have them going, boy. It's almost like a drum. She would hit it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yes. Lolly, do you know we talking about the curling iron, baby? Sugar.
Lolly might be a little bit too young for that.
I still use a straightening comb, because I use a little bit and then I use a flat iron, but the straightening comb, wasn't it a family here in Detroit that they made the straightening combs? And there's differences because the straightening combs they make now is awful. They're awful.
They electric. First of all, did you ever get one with bad teeth? I was like, what? Who designed it? I mean, it felt like it was tearing your hair. I was like, something wrong with this iron. Y'all ain't taking care of this iron.
Well, you know, the ones they made, that family, the teeth wrapped around the barrel. That's what I liked about it, because you could clean it. And the ones that were stationary, you never really got a good press when you know. So yeah, it was different. But yeah, I could click. Because when I was curling Sheena's hair with that thing, that was
it
years.
was almost.
Stop doing that one though. It was too hot.
Right.
Flat
But you know, it was almost like the skill of chopsticks. I'm just sitting here thinking about it. You know, it took a skill. You had to learn how to know how to hold that curling iron. My goodness. Oh my goodness, y'all. So I did all my
make sure they don't burn your hair out too.
I was going to say, I did that.
Videos. I said, I'm trying to have a paper towel or a towel. If it burns the towel, it's going to burn your hair. You
check it with the paper towel.
You have to check it with the paper towel, and I did do that. I snuck it when my mother told me don't be messing with those. And the next time she did my hair, she said, "Why is there a section of your hair shorter than the other?" And I said, you told me not to use the curling irons, and I did. She was like, "That's why I told you not to use them." But there's one thing about them curling irons, if you remember when your mother was curling your hair, a rhythm set up. As she was curling in that clink, 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 it was a rhythm. Once she got started going, there was just this rhythm with it.
Yeah, we need to record that sound.
Minus somebody having their hair burned out. Yes.
And when it touched your skin, it was a sizzle. You were like, ah!
Oh my God. My mom burned my ear so much on this one right here that I didn't even feel it anymore.
Your first tattoo.
Queen got the burnt ear mark.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
On the top and the back.
Yes. I didn't even feel it. But you know, you can, you start going like this when she's coming.
That's what gets you burned. You feel that heat and you go, and then when you sit back up, that's when you get hit. So you were burning yourself from the.
Those were not good bonding times between mother and bonding times.
No, my mom, she rarely burnt me, but the time she thought it was a good idea to go from the grease to my head and burnt my, the grease ran. It's like, didn't do that anymore. But yeah, there was sitting by the stove, and me and Sheena would do the same thing. She's never had a perm. I tried a perm for about but yeah, that wasn't me. And yeah, so as I grew up around, and then all my cousin, on my mom's, my cousins, my aunt Alberta, all her daughters could do hair. And yeah, and her granddaughter, everybody could do hair.
Mm-hmm. I was able to do I had 4 friends. I had my Jacqueline, my Melanie, and who else? Sylvia, Nellie. I would do all my girlfriends' hair. I was the hairdresser of my sister friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies. We're gonna go ahead and have a word from the Queen for our.
My son wasn't ready yet, so.
Mm-hmm. Yay!
And I want to thank Reverend Omani, because she helped me to edit this and make it look really nice. I think next Danielle has suggested that I put a video of me saying this,
Yes, Danielle.
Is that you pregnant?
Yeah, girl, this is one of my birthdays, and we had a conference. We had our event that day, and this is me saying that I'm pregnant with as a designer, parent, schools, all the things. That's what
all
I'm
of you.
With.
Yes.
Okay.
I like that. That's dope. Is that a goddess piece or
Yes, it
who's the
is.
designer?
Yes, it
Listen,
is.
you're not good. You're gonna have sleeves. You're gonna have sleeves. You're gonna have hang. You're gonna have hang
Yes,
time.
yes.
Beautiful.
And then I put check us out, check the Grand Rising Elizabeth. And I put up Mama Shoes story.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So they come and check check us out there. And
so you embedded a video. I love it.
And then here is the program, so you can send them. Here's the tap dancer, of course, that's Danielle, and then here's the tap dancer that's going to come.
Oh, what's her name? Bianca
Rebels. Bianca Rebels. She was the first tap dancer on So You Think You Can Dance.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
She was, when she was a little girl, she was in my play. She's a character. If you see her, she's always on what is it, TikTok, Facebook, the reels and stuff. She is a character.
Oh, wait. So the dates have changed. It's May 5th and 6th. Oh. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong. Oh, I'm glad you saw that.
Look, because it's the weekend of my birthday. I'm like, okay, them numbers look different.
Yeah, because it's Mother's Day weekend. Oh, let me see what I got. Yeah, I got it right on here.
Okay.
12 and 13. Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You see all the events and stuff.
Right.
Click here to meet the
meet the speakers.
And let me see. Click here to meet the speakers. Here's about the vendors. Got something special for the vendors. Vendors are able to invite people to come and visit them only. If they didn't register, so they don't have to register for the event, just so that they're doing work to bring, to make sure they get their money back and plus. And then when they register, what we do is we personalize. So where this picture is, we will put like here's Danielle's pictures, and it says, I'm a vendor.
Okay.
But I need them to come, instead of giving them the ticket, they got to come to the website so they can see everything.
Okay.
And then when they click that, click here to get your free pass, it's going to take them to Eventbrite, and they'll get a free ticket.
So did you get somebody for the vendor that to be in charge of the vendors?
No, not yet.
So what is the because I did that when Sheena was in school. I did the festival. I dealt with the vendors, so I could do that.
Oh, okay. Because it's just getting them, when they come in to, you're over here, you're over there, make sure everybody's in their space. And then we will have a TV downstairs so that they can see what's going on upstairs.
Okay.
And we'll be on Zoom as well anyway. So I haven't put that part up there yet about there's a name that they call it when you're online and live. So
it's a hybrid event. Hybrid.
Thank you. Where
I can help you. I can help Evelyn too.
Okay. What did I do with that? Where was I?
Was that Ebony?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can help.
Okay.
And then we have, oh, I was saying for those who weren't here earlier that what I got this morning from the Holy Spirit was telling me that, reminding me that it is the birthday. So another way to market the event is that it's the birthday of Grand Rising Elizabeth May. So we're going to put all the different speakers on a flyer and thank them. This is what we've done over the year, and promote this event in that way as well.
Okay.
That's mainly, let me go back here. Oh, so this pops up. Entertainment. Here we go. Who is that bald-headed woman right there?
That's me, that's me, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
The tambourine queen. And look at Miss Lolly. Look at Miss Lolly. Look at Miss Lolly. Oh, that's my sisters. Yay. That's me too. That's me too over there.
Speakers, entertainment, conference agenda. So there it are.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you got the date on there. That one got the date. We just got to change the date.
Yeah.
And so they can click on this and click on the QR code and go straight to the
Mm-hmm.
The Eventbrite. That's the Eventbrite link.
Right here, click to register. No.
Well, I was talking about the QR code up top. The QR, you know,
code.
That's for the page.
This comes.
Let me see.
This comes here.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see what happened. Let me see.
It comes here to this to Elizabeth Visionary Conference. Because it's this.
It worked. It worked. Look.
Mm-hmm. So now I have to do the Eventbrite to bring them to this page, you know, so they so they can buy a ticket. But they can also buy a ticket right here. Click here to register. And they can register right here. You pick the day that they want. Oh, so this is what's so cool. Okay, so let me see. When I go here, I'm gonna do that. Put my information. Guest.
Oh, okay.
So guest of Star. This tells me that Star sold the ticket, told this person to get a ticket, and Star gets 20, like it's almost $25. So that's how we all make money. And say she's going to 2 days. So it is fixed where, let me see, register now. And this tells me who's out there selling the tickets. You know,
who out there selling.
Yeah, so we, you know, we all can benefit. This is how we are able to be blessed.
Okay.
With everybody. So there's the information. Continue.
Look at your page, Miss Queen. I love it. It's working and everything.
Yeah.
Do.
I'm not going to put the information in there, but when this is filled out, because that's the card and stuff. I do have I have one on there for $1 so I could check it out and make sure it all works. And it all works. And then when it comes to me, my email is going to tell me who did it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so then we can, at the end of when the conference comes and we tally up after the conference, then I can give each of you your blessing for pulling people in. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Very.
Now,
I love
remember that it is designed for our young people. That's why I have Bianca coming in. That's why I have my niece coming in, who is Jay Fears.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in movies, and she dances for Charlie Charlie Wilson. And
Oh, my friend dances with Charlie. Okay.
well, I'm sure she knows Jay.
Yeah,
And
Danielle. Danny. Yeah.
and Jay and Bianca and Lolly. So they'll be Lolly. This is where you're hosting. I don't know if she's still on or not, but and talk about their career and stuff. So that's for, really for the young people to talk about their career and stuff. And this young lady, let me see here, Saida.
Yes.
She's young, and she's actually Mama Shu's niece. And she works with entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs and stuff. So I want her to share what she's all about. And then we got some entertainment, which is us, Mama Head, Danielle, and others.
Right.
So there it is. Now the event at the end. Oh, we're past him. At the end, this is where we're coming to. The culmination of it is the singing bowls. When we come back at 6:30, we got the singing bowls to prepare the create the atmosphere.
Yeah.
A visual guide meditation of them seeing themselves in there with their baby, where are you, blah, 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 get them in that thing. And then Reverend Omani is going to come in and hit them with what is stopping you and making that clearing and stuff. And then Danny's going to hit them. We're going to birth these babies. At this point, all of the vendors can come upstairs. We know they got babies, but they'll see it downstairs. And we want people in white. There it is. You like it?
Ta-da!
We just had get the
You did good. I'm gonna give you a gold star, Queen, for doing good work.
Thank you.
Let Reverend Omani know you have completed your assignment. Plus, you said she was your editor. So awesome. You got that work in off your list. Now you just put the date on there for your redo. That's just get your date. That's all you have to do.
Yep. And that's an easy thing to do.
All right. Good job.
Quick fix.
All right. You all, the sun is shining so brightly. Sit down and get your.
I'm about to go out.
Even if you need to put your sacred space in that sun and go on and get your little sun bath going on, because it's up there. It's up there. It's up there. Time with your ancestors.
I'm so glad I shared this, so you was able to catch that, Mama Head.
Now on my own, I would have missed it. I'm good for missing dates and forgetting to put either the time or the place. I leave something off for the editors. All right. I hope you all feel good this morning. We talked about our women's history in our family. Think further. We're going to, like I said, send energy to our guests for her power coming back on. Sister Jessica, I have followed up to make sure that Miss Jessica will be with us. She said she just got to take her baby to school, so she will be here on the 8th next week. And Reverend Omani, what you got for tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
I know, but it's like spirit. Ooh.
Now y'all
look forward to tomorrow.
Y'all know I don't know.
That's what I said. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, but I think we might continue to talk about Philip, power coming from the tongue. So we'll finish that conversation.
All right, my notes are on the refrigerator. I remember. I was looking at them today.
Yeah, we'll finish because we didn't finish that conversation last week. So we'll do part 2 of Philip, Power of the
All
Tongue.
right, y'all. Philip is coming up. If you don't know, you know now. Make sure you have your pen and paper ready. And Friday, what are we having Friday, Queen?
Haven't secure, but working on Diane. Her name is Diane. She's a vocalist. She is a bad mama jamma.
All right.
Diane, and she's the one that she hits these high notes I was saying about, and she hit the high notes. I said, how do you know to hit those? She said, I can taste them. I said, oh.
Okay. All right.
And she writes jingles and all that kind of stuff. And we've been friends for quite a long time. So I pray that that's what we're going to do. And there we go. All right. We are complete for this morning.
Yeah.
And let's give ourselves a great hug.
Great show, Mama Hat and Jackie.
Great show, ladies.
Okay.
Thank you.
And hug the world. And give all the goodness that you want for your own life. Spread the world, spread it, and myth it. Make it fun today. Thank you for that, Jackie. Myth it. Peace out. You're so silly.
Alrighty.